Hello everyone, welcome to the Bodhi Academy. Today we'll start with class 8, chapter 1, that is resource. So as we know that resource is nothing but anything which is available in the environment is a resource. Okay, so let's look at this example first. Mona and Raju were helping Amma to clean their house. So she says, look at all these things clothes, utensils, food grains, combs, this bottle of honey, books. Each of these has use, said Mona. That is why they are important, said Amma. These are resources. So, whatever is available in the environment is a resource, or anything that can be used to satisfy a need is a resource. Okay, replied Amma. Look around you and observe. You will be able to identify many types of resources. So, in the environment, also, there are various types of resources. The water we drink is a resource, the electricity we use is a resource. Rickshaw you use to get home from school, textbook you use to study are all the resources. These are all the resources which helps us. So your father has prepared a tasty snack for you. The fresh vegetable he has used are also a resource. Then, water, electricity, rickshaw, vegetable, and textbook have something in common. So these are being all being used, no? So these are called utility. So they have utility. Utility or usability is what makes an object or substance a resource. Then, how does something become a resource? Raju now wanted to know. So Amma told the children that things become resources only when they have a value. So whatever resource has got value, that time only it becomes a resource. So its use or utility give its value. And all the resources they have got some value. Value means nothing but it is a worth of that particular resource. Okay. So some resources have economic value and some do not. For example, metals they have economic value, but a beautiful landscape may not. But both are important. Okay, and both satisfies the human needs. So some resources can become economically valuable with time. So our grandmother's home remedies, they have no commercial value today, but if they are sold or patented, it can become a medicinal form tomorrow. Okay, or they could become economically valuable. Okay, so this is how the resources value get appreciated with the time. So time and technology are two important factors that can change substances into resource, and both are related to the needs of the people. People themselves are the most important resource, and it is because of their ideas, knowledge, invention, and discoveries that led to the creation of more resources. And each discovery or invention leads to many others. The discovery of fire led to the practice of cooking and other processes, while the invention of the wheel ultimately it resulted in development of modes of new modes of transport. Okay, so the technology to create hydroelectricity has turned energy into fast flowing water into an important resource. So further we'll learn about which are the different types of resources. So here types of resource. So there are two types of resource, renewable and non-renewable. Renewable and non-renewable. Okay. So renewable resources are those which can be renewed or replenished quickly. So, resources that are drawn from nature and used without much modification, these are called natural resources. So, natural resources are nothing but which is directly can be used, extracted from the nature. So, the air we breathe, water in rivers and lakes, soil, mineral, these are all the natural resources. And many of these resources are free gifts of nature, and this can be used directly. So, next is natural resource. The same thing, the different types of resource, renewable and non-renewable. So, renewable resources are those which get renewed or replenished, and some of them are unlimited and which do not cannot be affected by human activities such as solar and wind energy. These are renewable. So yet careless use of certain renewable resources like water, soil, forest, these can affect that stock. Okay. Water seems to be unlimited renewable resource, but shortage and drying up of natural water sources, it is one of the major problems. Then, with regards to non-renewable resource, these are those resources which are in limited stock, and once it is used, it can be exhausted. Okay, and it takes thousands of years to get renewed or replenished. Since this period is much more than human lifespan, such resources are considered as non-renewable resource. For example, coal, petroleum, natural gas. These are some of the example of non-renewable resource. Okay, then, the distribution of natural resources depends upon number of physical factors like terrain, climate, and altitude. The distribution of resource is unequal because these factors differ so much over the earth. Then, after that, we have human made resources also, like natural substances become resources only when their original form has been changed. Okay, like iron ore was not a resource until people learned to extract the iron from it. Then they started building bridges, roads, machinery, vehicle. All these things are human made resources. Artificial lakes, these are human made resources. So, so people like us use natural resources to make human made resource, said Mona, nodding in understanding. Yes, said Raju. Then, next is human resources. So, human resources, people can make the best use of nature to create more resources when they have the knowledge, skill, and technology to do so. So, that is why people being a special resource, people also is a human resource, like right? Education and health help in making people a valuable resource and improving the quality of people's skills so that they are able to create more resources is known as human resource development. Then, um, conserving the resources is also very important for the future generation. And so, Mona had a nightmare. She dreamed that all the water on earth had dried up and all the trees cut down. There was no shade and nothing to eat or drink. So, this picture, which is being shown over here, then people were suffering and roaming around desperately looking for food and shade. So she told her mother about the dream. Amma, can this really happen? She said. Yes. Amma replied. If we are not careful, then even renewable resources can become very scarce, and then non renewable ones can definitely get exhausted. Then, using resources carefully and giving them the proper time to get renewed is called resource conservation. So, these things we should balance. Okay, balancing the need to use resources and also conserve them for the future is called the sustainable development. So there are many ways of conserving the resources. Okay, so each and every person they can contribute to reduce consumption, recycling. The three R's they should use: reduce, reuse, and recycle. Okay, this is going to make a difference in the lives. So that evening, the children and their friends made packets. So we should use the resources in a very careful manner. We should recycle everything. So here, the children and their friends they made packets, shopping bags out of old newspaper and discarded clothes and basket from bamboo sticks. So we will give a few to every family we know, said Mona. After all, it is for a very good cause, said Mustafa, to save our resources and to keep our earth alive. I'm going to be very careful not to waste paper, said Jessie. Many trees are cut down to make paper, she explained. Then Mustafa shouted that I will see that electricity is not wasted in my house. Then, so these are some of the things Mona, Raju, and their friends did. Okay, so the future of our planet is in our hand, and the people should they should know how to preserve the life. Okay, so therefore it is our duty to ensure that all uses of renewable resources are sustainable. Then the diversity of life on the earth is conserved. Then the damage to natural environmental system is minimized. Okay, so this is what resource lesson is about, and here are some important principles of sustainable development. We should know to respect and care for all forms of life. We should know to improve the quality of human life, then conserve the earth's vitality and diversity, minimize the depletion of natural resource, change personal attitude and practices towards the environment, and enable communities to take care for their own environment. Okay, so this is what the resource lesson is about of class 8th. Thank you for watching the video.